असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमया। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम। Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. May peace be, may peace be, may peace be. Asto ma satgamya. The word sat means truth, reality, and pure existence. On the other hand, asat just means the opposite, untruth, unreality, and non existence. The student here is seeking the ultimate truth in life. He has come to understand the limitations of the present life that he is leading. He now realizes that all his possessions, wealth, health, food, housing, means of transportation, success and fame, etc., are all transitory in nature. They come and go, they are not a source of permanent happiness or joy. Anything that can be considered true or real must exist in all three stages of time: past, present, and the future. Everything in this ephemeral universe is constantly undergoing change. Our human bodies go through constant change. Our mind and intellect are constantly changing. Thus, none of these can be labeled as a source of eternal joy. The student in the first line of this verse is thus seeking the ultimate truth and reality in life, which never undergoes any change. Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya. The word tamas means darkness and Jyoti means light. In all the ancient scriptures, the Vedas, and the Upanishad, tamas refers to the darkness of ignorance and Jyoti refers to the light of wisdom. The Sanskrit word for ignorance is avidya. In the Yoga Sutra, Patanjali states that avidya is the root cause of all suffering. He defines ignorance as ignorance is regarding the impermanent as permanent, the impure as pure, the painful as pleasant, and the non-self as self. This definition seems to echo the state of our mind most of the time when we are in a state of confusion. The only remedy for darkness is light. In the Vedantic tradition, the most commonly quoted example is the snake in a rope. A man is walking in the street late in the evening when the light is very dim. He sees something lying curled up on the ground and runs away, fearing that it is a snake. A passerby who has a flashlight is able to throw light on the object and show to this man that it was only a piece of rope there. In the darkness of ignorance, the man suffered the emotions of fear and anxiety. Our life, for the most part, is built around similar instances of ignorance where we take unreal for real and go through suffering. Through the process of mental purification, we can begin to remove the ignorance and get the light of true wisdom and understanding. This process will ultimately lead to the self-realization. Mrityurma Amritam Gamya. The word Mrityu means death and Amritam means immortality. Since we do not know our true nature as being pure consciousness, we identify ourselves with the mind, body ego complex. This puts us in this interminable cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The Sanskrit term for this cycle is samsara. The term immortality here means that we want to get out of this cycle of samsara by attaining self realization. We recognize that our true identity is nothing but pure consciousness which undergoes no change. Thus, we can terminate this cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. In the yoga philosophy, we understand that it is just the physical body which disintegrates back into the five elements at the time of death. It is the soul, Atma, which is tied up with the subtle body that undergoes this cycle of samsara. Once the soul recognizes its true nature, it is no more tied up with the mind body ego complex and is thus free forever. In this third line, the student is seeking an understanding of the true nature of self so that there is no more a fear of death in the mind.